Stan Moulton at the Honey Company. We are visiting with Bubba Page, checking on his bees, and they've taken the opportunity to build some comb in some space in between frames. We're going to show you how to fix that using the middle bar.
Priya, you're up again. Where's that high
Okay, here it is. Can you help to get it cracked open? So go right underneath. Yep, pop it in.
You might have to, there you go.
That's it. Good
Perfect.
job. Yeah, good.
Perfect.
Good.
Now that's, oh, well, what have I got? Am I pulling something up with it?
Yep, a comb.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a whole
Whoa,
comb.
it's a whole
The whole comb. Do we want that in or out?
Okay, so here's what we got to do. We're gonna fix it.
It's a whole big one. It's like
So what I need to
10
do,
feet long.
okay, what I need to do is I need to set this down. This is really heavy. This is probably, I guess it's about 60 pounds in an 8-frame box. So they're clear full of honey. Okay, look here, we can see there's a bunch of brood in this one.
How? Can I feel it?
Right, yeah. So look at all the brood in this comb here. Yeah.
This is so cool.
So there's some capped over worker brood right there. And then we see some capped over drone brood right there.
Is that honey right there?
That's there's baby bees underneath that. Can you see where they opened this one right here?
Oh.
See, that's a little pupa. It's an undeveloped baby bee there. That's drone. So you can, this is a good example right here of the difference between drone comb and worker comb.
Wow.
And we're seeing a lot of pollen scattered around in between. A lot of it's purple, which may be coming from alfalfa or thistle.
Wow.
So we've got 2 patches of drone brood and 2 patches of worker brood on that side of that rogue comb. Okay.
So that attached to the top of that one.
Yeah.
Instead of staying inside there.
Right. So here's the beekeeping lesson here. So if you have space like there was here,
Too much space.
too much space in between there, the bees say, "Oh, thanks. We like a little extra space. We'll use that." And they built their own comb without foundation down through the middle of that.
It's interesting because these are empty over here.
Yeah.
These ones are totally empty.
Can we
these
pull
two.
them out there?
Right. So
That one's full.
that's a good lesson. So the bees, even though we offer them a frame with plenty of space, they'll take advantage of any space just to build their own comb.
Wow.
All right. So we can fix this though.
Okay.
We have a way to fix it, and we'll use one of these empty frames right here to do it. So, Priya, will you take the hive tool and take this frame out right here?
Where?
This one, let's take this one on the edge because there's not much going on in it yet. We're going to use that frame.
This one?
Yeah.
Should I pull it out like this?
Yeah, you can. That's one way to do it. Pull it up.
Kinda
So
do it
your
by the edge.
the hive tool your dad's got in his pocket has got a hook on it. That might be a little bit easier. So try that one, yeah. So you put that underneath there, and you use that to pry on. Okay, let me get, that bee's trying to sting you. Let me get a little smoke going here.
He's saying, "Hey, get out of here! Look at his bum. See how he's trying to sting."
She's dragging a stinger across you there. So when the bees start to get a little bit irritated at us, you can tell. We'll give them a little bit more smoke, right? Okay, keep going. Go ahead and take that frame out. E, where are you?
Elizabeth, will you come here
Okay, where do you want this one?
to film?
All right.
Film?
Let's take this frame here, and we're going to use it. Maybe we'll use both of these, huh? Take this one out too. Maybe we'll use both of them.
It's got looks like it's got something going with there. See that guy? But that's okay. It looks like these two are connected.
Oh, okay. We can fix that. Let's do this. We'll take and cut the connection. If you can see get a picture down in there. They've attached this bit of comb right there to the frame next to it. So when you're dealing with foundationless frames, you want to watch, if you catch that early, then it'll be easier to fix later. All right. Okay, now we've got it loose. Why don't you pull that out of there?
Yeah, you can hear these bees humming. Oh, let's be gentle. Oh no.
Okay. All right. So it would have been nice if the bees would accommodate the beekeeper, right? But they don't always do that. If they would have put that comb here inside the frames, we wouldn't have to do this. But we've got a way to remedy it. We can fix it right now. So it's going to require a little bit of demolition though before we can fix the problem. So as all remodeling projects do, right?
How is that perfectly straight on the sides?
Oh, because that's our starter.
So this is a starter strip. So you see up here where these bees are building wax right there,
yeah.
and then this is plastic, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm like, how did they make it?
all right. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut some of this comb out, and we're going to put it in this middle bar frame here. The reason that Reverend Langstroth invented the movable frame hive, right, is so we didn't have comb that was permanently in one place and we can't really inspect it. So if we cut that comb out, we put it in a frame, then it'll make it easier to take it out and see what's going on and do the things that we need to as beekeepers inside the beehive. All right.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay, how can I help?
All right, here's what we got to do. So I need to take these bars out just briefly.
Most of them are
one of
girl
these-
bees, and then just a few hundred boy bees. And they're drones. I didn't know that. Okay, I've got this staple almost out.
Okay.
There it is. It's
All right, good.
The whole thing out?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, here's what we're going to do. We need to put it inside a frame so we can open up the box, move the frames around, take some honey out more easily, right? So here's how we're going to do it. All right, so we've got a couple of frames. These incidentally too, if you're doing a cutout, let's just pretend like the bees were living in some other space and you had to cut the comb out of a wall or someplace. These frames work well for doing cutouts.
No gloves. You are brave.
Well, I might get stung. If I get stung, I'll put gloves on. I'm not.
Are these? They're being nice, huh?
Yeah, you see, every few minutes you need to smoke them because you'll watch the bees' behavior, and then they'll start putting their heads up, looking at you, and saying, "Huh, what are you doing in here?"
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to get you. So you watch for that behavior when their smoke you gave them is wearing off, right? And that'll make it easier. So we want to get the bees off of this frame if we can. That'll make life a little bit easier. Will you take and smoke? Give them a few puffs there.
Look at them all
See them all?
inside. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Go all the way down to the bottom.
Smoke doesn't hurt the bees. They just triggers a instinct that they think their hive's burning down or their forage area is on fire, so they need to go fill up on honey. So that's one thing that smoke does for you.
So usually when the smoke comes, they all go to eat honey,
Yep.
fill up on it,
Right.
because they think they got to get out of Dodge.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
But oh, look at all these coming out. Look at all them coming out the top.
That's all right. Let them go over to the other side. We just want this cleared right here. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Here's what we got to do. So I want to keep this comb from breaking apart and falling all apart. We're going to have to trim it a little bit to get it to fit inside a frame.
Is that good?
But I want to keep it going in line with gravity. Okay. So if I turn that box over, it'd flop over and we'd make even a bigger mess.
Okay.
So here's what we want to do.
I can see the honey dropping right there too.
All right.
Oh, yeah. They're
So
trying to eat
it looks like it's going to fit inside the frame just fine. It's perfect. So what we need to do is cut it loose, right?
Turn
So-
over here.
Oh, why are you
Yeah.
touching
So
it?
just
Their babies
so-
are in there.
yeah.
On the
If
side
you
there?
push it down, yeah. Try to cut up here. I made this. Yeah. There you go. That'll work.
Wow, look at all these guys. So try to cut from the top.
Yeah. And don't try to do it all once. Take a little depth,
Like
just a
this.
small depth first, and then till you've got it, and then we'll kind of wheel it loose so it doesn't damage it much. There you go. All right. I'll hold on to it here, so we don't lose it.
Look at those bees just trying to eat the honey.
Wow.
Dad, there's a bee trying to sting you. Here, I'll
Yeah.
stick it.
Okay, almost. Look out, bees.
Okay, that's good enough for me to get it loose, I think. Yeah. You can see they put some pollen in there. See that purple? We got some pollen we cut loose. There's a little bit of honey in the corner. See these bees down
Wow,
here?
look at it
They're
going.
picking up the mess we're making.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we're lucky here. This isn't that heavy. There's not a lot of honey in it. If this had a lot of honey in it, this would be a real sticky mess.
Wow.
But we're okay. All right, so here's what I want to
Look
do.
at all that
I'm going to
coming
hand
out
this
there.
to you, Bubba.
Whoa.
You set it inside that frame there that we
Don't
prepared.
smush it.
Yep.
Where's the frame? Oh.
Yeah, this one right here.
Whoa,
So
it's
it'll
really-
flop over if you got to support it a little bit there. Right. So set it right. Good.
Could I
Perfect.
steam it?
Nope.
All right, so we'll put, they want to attach these things, these pieces of comb to the top first. So we'll put it right up close to the top. Good. Okay, now if you can take this dowel,
Do we want to push it in, or
and
no?
we're going to put it in. Yep, put it right back where it was, and it's going to
Push a little
smash
bit.
a row of some bees there, but that's okay.
It's smashing a row to save a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Does that come in?
Yep. We'll have to go that way a little bit with it.
Should I spray
Okay,
it?
there we go.
Not yet, sweetie.
And is there a certain time limit that we have? Okay, let's see.
Not necessarily. Time concerns in the beehive are maybe more of
That's it.
temperature sensitive, right? So if it was
Oh, 'cause
springtime,
it's so hot.
yeah, it's so hot. The bees are fine. It's a good temperature. It won't matter if this brood is exposed. Okay, so we fixed it.
Wow, look at that.
This,
Look at-
let's get this right in the center. Maybe push that down so it's right in the center of the
Even if
frame.
it breaks them,
Yeah, you'll have to cut off just a little row there. That's good. Yep,
No, fix
perfect. They'll fix that
They know
mess.
how to fix
Yep.
it. Wow.
So
What amazing print. Look at this.
okay. All right. Here's what we need to do now with this brood. They want the brood right in the middle of the brood chamber. So rather than take this brood and put it over here where we removed this frame, yeah, we'll put it back in that same spot. Only we'll move the frames over a little.
Okay, so I need to move these frames over.
Right. So let me.
Maybe right here.
What's happening with
Yep.
that one? That one's not moving.
It's okay. It's just drinking honey in that cell.
Okay,
Yep.
so I need to.
Whoa.
Yep.
I don't
So
want to hurt these guys.
move them a little bit at a time.
Oh, like
Just
this one
move
first.
one over first, right?
Oh,
There we
look
go.
out- Look out, bees! Look out, bees! I don't want to hurt you. Come on, bees! Oh,
Okay.
that was a little fast.
So let's.
What do you think? Do we put this all the way over?
Yes. Let's do this though. While we're in there, they're hooking that comb just a little bit right there. See there?
Ah.
So cut that loose and then just move it over. Yep.
Is it okay that I'm kind of squishing it?
Yeah, you can. They'll fix it if we do a little damage there. They can fix it. So
Is that enough?
maybe a little more. Want to get that right in the middle of the frame. So push it over just a little more.
Or is it dead?
Maybe push it just a little past where you want it, and then it'll spring back into right in the center. Yeah,
Okay, something like that.
that's good. Yep. Yep. So
Don't start your ladder.
that's good. That'll work.
Okay, and then do we do this one?
Right, and I like to take where they've kind of built this on the other direction. You know, I just cut that off.
they'll
They'll
eat it.
clean it up. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So let's do the same thing with the other one. We'll move it over.
Okay, and then is that about the right size? Okay, why don't you do
Yep.
that side? I'll do this side.
Okay.
Okay, and then this one's our last one. Come on. Oh, come on, bees. Be careful. Wow, Priya, I am just so fascinated. And these guys, they understand that they're just going to fix everything we just messed up.
Yep. They're nice, tidy housekeepers. They'll go to work and fix our mistakes.
Okay, look out,
None of
bees.
them have landed on my face yet.
Isn't that great?
We found a little extra space in between frames that the bees had built some comb on. So the remedy for that was to make it easier for us beekeepers next time we get in a hive was to take that comb out, cut it off of the frame above it, right, and put it in its own frame, which we did. So that frame had some honey, some pollen, some wax in, and drawn comb. And so now it's in its own frame. It'll be easier to inspect next time we get in the beehive. So there's an easy fix for that, really, if you've seen it done. It's not that complicated. It wasn't a big deal, but it could easily turn into a mess if you don't have the right tools and you don't have a good video to watch. Yeah?
That's right. I would have been clueless without you here.
Yeah.
And so really knowing that you can cut it right off and place it onto a new frame,
Yep.
that's huge. That's so helpful.